certain way with dealing with clients who are at the pointy end of what they're trying to do with property. We get a lot of emotional people in our industry as well. I get a lot of advice. So I haven't had too much today, but in the last couple of years, Paul, I've had a lot of advice about the team and about the club. I suppose the one thing I've done the last 12 months is I've backed in the players even more. I've changed slightly my thoughts on how we should be running a footy club. It's more of a sanctuary now, the club. We back our staff in a lot more, and I've probably taken a step back with the micromanagement. And I've got a real eye on unity amongst the department. So I'm really fortunate because people above me have got the same philosophy, and you can get very individual in our industry. I'm sure it's the same with you guys as well. But there is the greater good, and nothing to pick that more than our players this year with the families, friends and flags attitude that they had. And I really rode off the back of that as well.
When you go to set something new to the team, like a new strategy, a new plan, is there a certain process you've got about from idea to concept, implementation to execution? Is there a certain way about that?
Yeah, I was just pulling back from that a little bit. I think sometimes if you try and innovate all the time, you forget what you're good at. And we're really, really big on process. And you guys must be the same. There must be, there's 95 people in the room. You've probably got 80% of what you do is exactly the same. And that's your process, and we're the same. So we've spoken about that with our players, about that's really important that you do the process right, and then the intangibles, the things that make you different or make you better, we can keep an eye on those things, and that's my job, is make sure the intangibles are still part of what we do. And if you're too much process driven, then you are a robot. If you're too much the intangibles, then you just get nothing done. So we're trying to get that balance right, and I'm gathering it's the same with you guys. If you don't get your process right, you can't bring your X factor. So that's something that we're really clear about. And yeah, I probably went a bit overs with innovation the first few years. I'm a strategic coach. Yep. It's like a game of chess out there. I really like that, but I don't think our players would say that I am. I think, JK can ask him later on, but we're very predictable with what we do during pre-season, and our players like that. The empathy for the person and what they're going through and the stress that they're under is something that's really important for a leader. And whether it's talking to you guys or talking to an 18-year-old, I try and think about, well, what do they need to hear, and what experiences can I pass on? And they're not right all the time. It's just, I know what you're going through, Paul. I know this, and you guys, the good guys in the room here, would probably know exactly what I'm talking about. And you just can't be black and white when you're talking to people.